Welcome to Brainetainment, the channel that makes complex medical science simple and enjoyable. Today we're diving deep into an essential, yet often overlooked part of our bodies, the bone marrow. This unsung hero of our biology plays a vital role in our survival, quietly working behind the scenes. It's a complex and intriguing world, often shrouded in mystery, but fear not, we're here to shed light on it. So, buckle up as we take a journey into the fascinating world of bone marrow. First off, we need to understand what bone marrow actually is. Imagine bone marrow as your body's very own cellular factory. Nestled deep within the hollow cavities of your long bones, like the femur and hip bones, and flat bones, like the sternum and pelvis, this flexible tissue is hard at work. Now, there are two types of bone marrow, red and yellow. Picture a fresh, juicy cherry. That vibrant red color is akin to red bone marrow, the primary site of new blood cell production or hematopoiesis. This is where your body produces red blood cells for oxygen transport, white blood cells for immune protection, and platelets for blood clotting. On the other hand, think of a sunflower's core. That golden hue is similar to yellow bone marrow, which primarily serves as a storage for fats. But don't be fooled by its simple function. In times of severe blood loss or high demand, yellow marrow can transform back into red marrow and jump into the action of blood cell production. So, in essence, bone marrow is a vital tissue that resides in our bones. It's a powerhouse of cell production and a storage unit for fats. It's constantly adapting, responding to our body's needs, and ensuring our survival by producing vital blood cells. Now that we know what bone marrow is, let's delve into its functions. You might be surprised to learn just how crucial bone marrow is to our survival. This unassuming, jelly-like substance that resides in our bones has some pretty important jobs to do. First and foremost, bone marrow is the body's blood cell factory. Yes, you heard that right. This gooey material, nestled within the cavities of your bones, is responsible for the production of all the blood cells in your body. How amazing is that? Let's dive a little deeper into this. Bone marrow produces red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets, each of which plays a critical role in our health. Red blood cells are the body's delivery service, transporting oxygen from your lungs to all the cells in your body. They also carry carbon dioxide back to the lungs, where it's exhaled. Without enough red blood cells, your body wouldn't get the oxygen it needs, leading to fatigue and other health problems. White blood cells are your body's internal security force. They're on constant patrol, looking out for any foreign invaders like bacteria, viruses, or other harmful substances. When they detect an intruder, they spring into action, working to neutralize the threat and protect your body. Then there are platelets, the body's band-aids. When you get a cut or a bruise, platelets clump together to form a clot, preventing excessive bleeding and allowing the wound to heal. But bone marrow doesn't just create these cells, it also destroys them. When blood cells get old or damaged, they return to the bone marrow, where they're broken down and recycled. It's like the circle of life, but for your blood cells. In addition to all this, bone marrow also stores fat. This fat reserve can be used for energy when needed, adding another layer to the bone marrow's crucial role in our survival. So, as you can see, without bone marrow, our bodies wouldn't be able to function. Now that we've covered the functions, let's explore why bone marrow is so important. Bone marrow is like a factory, constantly churning out new blood cells to keep our bodies functioning optimally. But it's not just about quantity, it's about the quality of these cells too. Bone marrow is responsible for producing three major types of cells: red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. Each of these plays a crucial role in our health. Red blood cells ferry oxygen to the body's tissues. White blood cells are the soldiers of the immune system, warding off infections. And platelets are the little helpers that stop us from bleeding out when we get a cut or scrape. This powerhouse of cell production is vital for our immunity. White blood cells are the body's first line of defense against disease and infection. They identify, attack, and eliminate harmful bacteria, viruses, and other microscopic invaders. Without a healthy bone marrow churning out these disease-fighting cells, our bodies would be left vulnerable to all sorts of illnesses. In addition to its role in immunity, bone marrow is also key in maintaining our overall health. For instance, if you've ever felt weak or fatigued, it might be due to a lack of red blood cells, which are responsible for carrying oxygen to your tissues. Without enough of these, your body can't function properly, and you feel tired and weak, That's where bone marrow steps in, ensuring a constant supply of these vital cells. Moreover, bone marrow is the only source of stem cells in adults. These stem cells are like blank slates. They can transform into any cell type in the body. This means that they can replace damaged cells, whether due to injury or disease, and help the body heal and regenerate. So you see, without bone marrow, we wouldn't have the crucial cells that keep us healthy and protect us from disease. It's like the unsung hero of our bodies, constantly working behind the scenes to keep us alive and well. Clearly, the importance of bone marrow cannot be overstated. Unfortunately, things can go wrong with our bone marrow. Just like any other part of our body, our bone marrow can fall prey to a variety of diseases. One of the most well-known conditions is leukemia, a type of cancer that begins in the bone marrow. Leukemia occurs when the marrow produces a high number of abnormal white blood cells. These cells are not fully developed and are unable to function properly. As they multiply, they begin to crowd out the healthy cells, leading to a variety of health issues such as infections, anemia, and easy bleeding. Another disease that can affect our bone marrow is anemia, specifically aplastic anemia. This is a rare but serious condition in which the bone marrow fails to produce enough of all three types of blood cells: red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. People with aplastic anemia often feel tired and may have shortness of breath, irregular heartbeats, and a pale complexion. Yet another condition is myelodysplastic syndromes, or MDS, a group of disorders caused by poorly formed blood cells or ones that don't work correctly. MDS can leave a person feeling tired, short of breath, and easy to bruise or bleed. These conditions, while they can be severe, also highlight the incredible importance of bone marrow to our overall health. Without it functioning properly, our bodies cannot produce the blood cells necessary to carry oxygen, fight infections, and prevent excessive bleeding. In some cases, a bone marrow transplant can be a life-saving treatment for these diseases. This procedure replaces the patient's damaged or destroyed bone marrow with healthy marrow from a donor. Despite the challenges these diseases present, advancements in medical research and treatment are continually being made. From new drugs to innovative therapies, doctors and scientists are constantly working towards better treatments and ultimately cures for these conditions. These diseases underline just how vital healthy bone marrow is to our well-being. So remember, your bone marrow is not just a spongy tissue inside your bones, it's a crucial part of your body that keeps you alive and kicking. With all this information, it's clear that bone marrow plays a key role in keeping us alive. Our journey today took us deep within the human body, to the core of our bones, where the miracle of life continues to unfold every second of every day. Bone marrow, this somewhat mysterious tissue, is a powerhouse of life, working tirelessly to ensure our well-being. Let's take a moment to recap. We've learned that bone marrow is a soft, spongy tissue found in the center of our bones. It's a factory of life, producing an incredible 2 million red blood cells every second. These cells carry oxygen around our bodies, keeping our organs functioning and us alive. But the bone marrow doesn't stop at red blood cells. It also produces white blood cells, our body's defenders against infections and diseases. And let's not forget the platelets, the unsung heroes that help our blood to clot and prevent excessive bleeding when we get injured. The importance of bone marrow cannot be overstated. It's a crucial part of our immune system and plays a vital role in our overall health. We've also touched on diseases related to bone marrow, such as leukemia and aplastic anemia, which highlight how vital healthy bone marrow is. While the human body is a complex and intricate machine, understanding its components like bone marrow can help us appreciate the marvels of life. It's a reminder that every part of us, even the parts we can't see or feel, contribute significantly to our existence. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the world of bone marrow. If you found this video informative, don't forget to subscribe to Brainetainment for more fascinating insights into the human body. We're here to make science accessible and engaging, breaking down complex topics into bite-sized knowledge nuggets. So, hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more brainy content. Remember, the more you know, the more fascinating the world becomes.